Hello. Thanks a lot for sticking around. I know it's been a long day, but I'm very happy to be here. I've been related with Turkey since last year, and for me it's been a fantastic trip. I mean, and I hear a lot of the speakers talking about the Peruvian phenomenon, so that makes me really happy. And I hope with a little bit of explanations I can be as a reference and an inspiration for the Turkish model. So Peru is it's a country in South America. It has a huge culture before the Spanish came over, and so it has a lot of identity through history. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the gastronomic phenomenon in Peru. So what do you usually see in Peru, and what happened in Peru, and how did the phenomenon and the big gastronomical boom happen? We were in war against terrorism inside the country for 20 years, so that pretty much destroyed all our economies. The farmers didn't have freedom or peace to produce. There was no local consumption. So the country was pretty badly hit. It was no Peruvian reference needed for us, you know. This is around the 80s, 90s. So back then it was no big Peruvian chefs talking about Peruvian gastronomy, or if you would go out for dinner, or you probably would go to a French restaurant or an Italian restaurant or a KFC, I don't know. But then, after year 2000, everything changed, and the culture starts to revive. We start to look inside. We start to feel proud of our country and about ourselves, about our gastronomy. So that makes us discover us more and be ambassadors of our culture worldwide. So everything changed with peace. Everything came back to normal. People start to produce. Still logistics, a little bit funny, but there's identity. And I'm just going to quote Gaston Acurio, which is a leader of the change, actually. He's the person who made us look into ourselves and be proud about it as a nation. So before in the 80s, Mexican food started to spread out. So this opening speech that he had in one of the most important universities in Lima. With no internet, economics were not globalized, fusion was not fashionable, and there were about 500 Mexican restaurants worldwide. Today, that's in 2006, it's 200,000 restaurants, so today probably more. His vision came from analysis. I mean, it was no an illusion. He knew we had a big culture behind us. He felt that it was the time for us to stand up and show what we have. So, I mean, gastronomy changed everything eventually because we believe in ourselves, pretty much. And with the benefits of the gastronomy, it came the whole country economy restarted again, you know. And this is a beautiful sentence. We can only fulfill our personal dreams if we have a national dream up front, you know, so that's so important. And so I came back to Peru, just hearing all these amazing phenomena going back then. I was living in Australia for 10 years. I had a really good and successful career back then, but everything was going on in Peru, and I said, okay. And Astrid de Gaston, which was the most popular or more solid restaurant, and the one on the place where the revolution were happening, you know, in terms of gastronomy, invited me to lead the opening of the new venue of this restaurant. It was a 20-year-old restaurant already, an institution, a gastronomic institution. So I came back to Peru. I joined the restaurant, and we started to collaborate and to discover for myself. It was a discovery already. I was never working as a professional chef in a Peruvian environment. So all my references were I started in France, I moved over to Australia, I went to El Bulli, different restaurants in Spain. So all my reference went from abroad. So I needed to build up back my identity. So this video just shows a little bit how I used to get inspiration from our country just traveling around, you know.
Y se suelde el error que somos hermanos y no hay más que saber que tercer mundo nos llamaron.
Yeah. So the local pride and the sense of identity in the country not only developed gastronomy, developed some other different arts as well, like music, filming, and art itself. You know. So I think it's important to focus on three different aspects for the development of a gastronomic country. The value of tradition and diversity is huge. Peru is a country, as I say, with thousands years of history, where they built and where they main value was food, not gold or silver, that they had a lot as well, but the main value was food. So the whole economy was running in terms of food and how to make it more efficient and better. So this is so important, our tradition. And in a country like Peru, which is an amazing biodiversity, of course we are blessed. We have 32 microclimates out of the 38. That makes us so diverse in 3 different regions with a really, really rich ocean as well, you know. Embrace and empower our identity. There's Virgilio, who is my friend since we were kids, and we actually went to university together, and we both decided to quit university, turn into chefs, and we came back to our country. Now his restaurant is, I think, number 6 in the world 50 best, so it's a great story of success. And then we need to share who we really are. You know, I heard some of the speakers as well talking about identity and authenticity. So we try not to package ourselves and to try to sell it outside. Just inside the country, we need to be as authentic as we are, you know, and that makes beauty of things as well. So this is a little video that we did last year, an exploration. We invited 4 chefs from outside, from the 50 best restaurant list. I'm not on the 50 best restaurant list anymore, used to be. So we just took them over to Peru, we host them, we show the country around. So this is the chapter where I invite James Lowe, a really great chef and friend from London. His restaurant's called Lyle's. So have a look.
Wherever you go, wherever you travel, it always leaves you with something that kind of relevant to how you work, how you live your life, how things have worked for thousands of years.
For me, Peru is a blessed country in minerals, ecosystems, in the richness of the sea with the 2 different currents. And then the people, you know, all the culture that's been going on in this territory for so long. The intercultural knowledge and how we put it all together, and then we just have what Peru is now.
The perfect place to develop as a human being, as a chef, and as a traveler. That's for me Peru, a giant treasure.
So yeah, I think Peru is a great place to explore now. And before it was all about Machu Picchu, but now everybody's talking about Peruvian gastronomy, which is amazing, you know. Now I'm part of a Turkish project. Since last year we opened in Bodrum together with Edition hotel in an amazing setting. It's a beautiful property. So I'm part of the Turkish gastronomy in a way, you know, trying to learn as much as I can and trying to give as much as I know to the Turkish gastronomy. Have beautiful friends around here, colleagues from the industry that embrace me so beautifully and show me around and make me understand what is Turkey about, so I can actually understand it and make something about it if I can. You know, like we are taking a lot of young students of gastronomy to our kitchens and teach them what we know, so they can put in practice and they can actually develop new things for Turkish gastronomy in the future. So through food we create dialogues between cultures, and that's the beauty of gastronomy. I think it's a part of economy that have no boundaries. Everywhere is happy to share what they know, and they happy to show you what they have as well. Same in Peru when you come around, you know. So now edition in Bodrum. Last year opening was quite fast, but we could we handled it well. This year we're opening a new restaurant on the property. So I hope I can see you over summer over there or sometime in Peru. You are more than welcome. Thanks a lot for having me.